It's December of 2021, close to the end of the coronavirus pandemic for most, but unfortunately for one Leo McArdle, the beginning. He's always wanted to give game development a try, but he's never had the time to. But that changes now. After getting COVID, he finally downloads Unity after seeing that he had nothing better to do. What did he make first? A simple game in which you control a ball that moves left and right. He calls the game Strata. Inspired by Ghost Runner and Celeste, Leo's goal is to make a game that is built entirely around speedrunning mechanics. The game has three basic movements: jumping, dashing, and sliding. These may seem simple at first, but they can be combined to gain ludicrous speed. For example, if you slide and jump off a ledge, you gain a little speed boost. This is called ledge boosting. Slide too fast and you don't get enough speed and miss the bonus. Too slow and you lose your momentum and fall off. In any case, after a year of development, the game's first level, the tutorial, is ready to be shared with the public. It utilizes a technique in the world of climbing called alternate routes. The level starts with a few simple jumps and then a wall jump area. It continues on with a floating platform that you have to jump on top of, and then another wall jumping section. Right here is where the alternate routes technique is implemented. A first-time player would not be able to get to this floating platform without prior knowledge of the dash mechanic. Once they do, however, they can go back and save some time. This concept is implemented more in the level, but I'll talk about that later. After adding a timer to the level, and his own time of 11.7 seconds for others to beat, Leo uploads the first ever prototype of Strata onto itch.io, a site for indie developers to show off their games. Since Leo is relatively unknown in the game development world, it goes by seemingly unnoticed. That is, until 8 months later, when an itch.io user by the name of Bussyriot appears. Not only is Bussyriot the first to post their personal best, but they are also the first to completely shatter Leo's original time, with a world record time of 10.169. This is the quest to beat Bussyriot. Now, the most shocking part about this run is that Bussyriot was able to beat Leo's time despite the little to no attention the game received. This fueled Leo to post a video on his YouTube channel on November 14th, 2023, going over what he had made so far. Overnight, the video blows up and the game with it. Suddenly, people are flooding into his recently made Discord server and giving him feedback? Anyway, most people who join the server are casual players, but there's a select group of people that keep getting faster and faster runs. The speedrunners. One named Bussyriot hits 15 seconds, then 14. At the same time, a rumor was going around the server that it was possible to jump over the entire spike pit at the end without dying. However, nobody had been able to pull this off, until a speedrunner by the name of Luna manages to pull it off outside of a run, proving that the biggest time save in the run by far, now dubbed the pit skip, is possible. Another day, another breakthrough. Shaylev1 is the first speedrunner to pull off the pit skip in an actual run, giving him the world record. At 11.9 seconds, it's a whole 3 seconds faster than Bussyriot's best time. But what else sets this run apart from the competition? Besides the pit skip, this run is the first on the leaderboard to utilize a tool that isn't very obvious when you start the game, one that Bussyriot failed to realize even existed. They're called hypers, also known as a dash slide jump, or a DSJ if you're good with acronyms. Hypers give you the same amount of speed as dashing, except they also allow you to keep your momentum by sliding and jumping afterwards. Shaylev1 was able to utilize this to his advantage in this run, and that's how he got so far ahead. There's only one problem though. Out of the countless people in the Discord, not one of them has been able to beat Bussyriot's time. 2 days later, a player by the name of Noob gets extremely close with an 11.3, beating Leo's time in the process. The run is only 1.13 seconds away from the world record, utilizing more frequent jumping while sliding. Not even 20 minutes later, Shaylev1 fires back with an 11.269. 40 minutes later, Noob counters with a time of 10.879. The sub-11 barrier had finally been broken, but the quest was not over yet. A day later, a new runner entered the scene. His name, Kizu1. His time, 10. 0.121 seconds. His strategy? Ledge boosting off of every platform in the beginning of the level. This enabled him to start building up speed rapidly, which took a big chunk out of his time. While Kiza wasn't the first to think of this, he was the first to implement and fine-tune it in his run. Let's smoothly transition from that to the fact that Bussyriot had been beaten by 0.04 seconds. However, Noob wasn't going to take this lying down. Only 4 hours later, he beat Kiza's time and crushed the sub-10 barrier at the same time with a 9.76, and then a 9.18, and then an 8.91. Over the next 3 days, Noob would continue to improve his time, eventually culminating in an insane 8.16 second run. This run comes with a brand new strategy: alignment. Now, I'm not talking about compasses or horoscopes or anything. Here's what I'm talking about. The tutorial level has a section at the start where you can test your moveset before you start the level. As you can tell with this convenient arrow or your deductive reasoning, there's a ledge right here. It's intended for jumping off of to get that extra boost. Noob's new strategy was to align himself with the bottom of the sledge, which allowed him to build up a lot more speed before he began, and to time his jumps better in the first section of the level. While all this was happening, Leo had been working to get the prototype turned into a demo, and on December 14th, 2023, it was finally released. Not only did it come with 2 new levels, it built upon existing ones by adding much more detail and color. Because of this, a new category was created for the demo. Not wanting to miss out, Luna was the first to enter a run with an 8.6, which was then beaten by Blitzeed with 3 rapid runs, ending in an 8.15. Not wanting to be outdone, Noob took back his status as the world record holder with an 8.12, 0.4 seconds faster than the world record in the previous category. For a while, things died down. Both Noob and Blitzeed were extremely close to a sub-8 time. They knew for a fact that it was possible, but neither of them had the motivation until Blitzeed posted his personal best of 8.158, which is only 0.30 seconds from Noob's world record. So he got to speedrunning once more, and on the 20th of December, this happened. Noob's 7.958 run is the first ever sub-8 in the history of Strata. However, this time, what separates this run from the others can be whittled down to one factor: the height of the jumps. In Strata, chaining slides and jumps will let you infinitely gain speed, but the amount of speed gained heavily depends on the height of the jumps. If you keep a consistent small jump height, you can go much faster compared to if you jump a lot higher. Noob's extremely tight jumps even forced him to miss the first ledge boost so that he wouldn't hit the second platform, which shows how much his strategy worked. And that is where Strata's level 1 world record stands today. Noob's run is currently the world record with Blitzeed and Lizarth close behind him. If you found this game interesting and want to check it out, or you just want to beat Noob's time, I put the game's download page in the description. Thanks for watching.